Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel and for joining us for a Charlie Brown Christmas. I'm glad you all were able to make it here tonight. And I have my wonderful co-host with me tonight. I have my adoring husband of 28 years, Troy.
Oh, I'm glad that I was the adoring one. I thought you were going to go to Boomer first. Hi, everyone. Merry Christmas.
And then I have our beloved Agent Boomer.
Thank you.
So I'm kind of glad that you don't go live the way that Mr. Matchstick does, because we'll start a conversation in the green room and he'll just hit the go live, and we're in the middle of a conversation and he'll be like, "Oh, by the way, we're live, just so you know." And I'll be like, "Oh, did I say anything I shouldn't have said live?" No. But we were having a conversation. It was a Christmas related one. So Netter said, hold the story until we go live. We were talking about, Christmas time and how, different places have tried to thematically, commercialize Christmas. There's been 3 theme parks around the country that have been Christmas themed. And I was telling them a story about how literally just at the end of the block where my mother lives in Mansfield, Ohio, they used to have a house that they converted into a business, and they called it the Christmas house. And they literally all year long sold trees and ornaments and lights and all kinds of Christmas decor all year round. And I used to visit there in the summertime because my uncle owned a marina. So if you were to go in there, in the middle of summer, 90, 100 degrees outside, they were blasting the air conditioning. So it was actually chilly inside, and it felt Christmassy when you walked in.
Huh.
It's not still in business. They went out of business. I'm sure it's probably hard to keep a small business in a small town that niche-y, running. But while it was there, it was a fond memory of mine. I really liked that. So,
well, sounds neat.
Yeah. So what you guys all got going on in the next couple days for the holiday?
I am going to be spending time with my family. I hear there may be
They allow you to do that in Florida? We're not allowed in Illinois.
Yes. Well, I don't think our governor's that bad with that sort of thing. I think it's, but we're only going to have my uncle over anyway. So, it's not like we're having a ton of people over, but there will be a ham and a duck. So that'll be interesting. Okay.
Well, there's always a ham here. That's me.
Oh. But yeah, and I'm trying to think what else. And we got Christmas cookies. I haven't had any yet because those are for tomorrow. My mom makes the best Christmas cookies.
Every time you reach for them, she slaps your hand, right?
Yeah, kind of. I don't know yet, but they're it's like a shortbread with icing on them, but it's all the icing's made from scratch. It's very good.
Yeah,
okay.
That sounds like Christmas to me. Yeah. We here in Ildemistan, we're not allowed to travel, but that's fine because I am locked in with the only person I really want to celebrate the holiday with anyway. So it works out pretty good. We're going to have a ham and ravioli, and she got a hold of one of my mom's Italian cookie recipes, and she made those for Christmas. Plus, the fruitcake that I make every year. And
oh, neat.
Yeah.
Is it a Klingon fruitcake?
I guess from a certain point of view, I guess it would be. I mean, it's made by Klingons, so I guess that in and of itself.
Actually, a Klingon fruitcake would have prunes in it.
That's very true. You're right. We didn't actually use prunes though, but there's just about everything else in it. I gotta tell you, and a lot of booze. Oh, a lot of booze. We just spritzed it. I just got a new spritzer. I'm so glad. We spritzed it with apple brandy. It smells so good, but woo! Wow. It's a good thing it's a booze sponge, because otherwise that would go right to your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, those cookies, it's like I just sent out a huge container to his mom, and I wrote a note on there. It's like, okay, on this level and this level are the Italian cookies that Jasmine make with the frosting, because Troy told me I had to make the frosting the Italian way.
It's a glaze, like you were saying. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Super sweet. And then on the bottom layer, I had plain ones in case she didn't like the glazing. She had ones without it, so they weren't so overly cloyingly sweet, plus some peppermint cookies I made.
Oh, neat.
I got to tell you, part of the reason she sent some without the frosting was because I made the frosting, and you're only supposed to put a couple drops of the almond extract. Oops.
But
A
then,
couple drops, you thought, couple teaspoons, or no?
yeah.
Something like that.
But then I ended up remaking the batch,
yeah,
and
you
I
made a
sent
new
Mom the ones that I made without the almond extract, so it won't be so cloying. It'll still be super sweet, but it won't have that almond, like hitting you in the face.
Netter makes great cookies. I mean, she really does. She knows her stuff. I'm a lucky man. I really am.
Cool.
As I
Yeah.
was sharing on the previous stream.
I always make the joke that I'm older than most y'all, and I actually had braces later in life, so I actually got them off beginning of this year, about March or so.
Okay.
And when I was going to be getting them on, I stopped by my orthodontist office and I brought them Christmas cookies because it was December, and I was like, okay, I'm bringing you guys some cookies for Christmas. And the girl behind the counter says, well, now every time you come, you got to bring cookies. And I said, okay. So literally every time I came for an appointment, I would bring cookies.
Yep.
So whenever they knew my appointment was coming, all the girls would run from the back where they're working on people and going, I'll be right back, and run up to the front so they can get some cookies from me.
Yep.
They were so sad when
She
my
the
time was
cookie
up.
lady.
Oh,
you know what? We should say hi to everybody who's here. We got to all talking, and I distracted y'all.
I was getting to it.
I'm sorry, my fault. My fault, everybody. Netter's a better hostess than that. She lets me in, and I'm like a bull in a china shop.
Well, he's Italian, so he likes to talk a lot.
I do. You should see my hands moving. I
Yeah.
mean, I had to take off my sweater because I work up a sweat talking.
Well, Troy was my first comment, but he doesn't really count because he's one of
Because
my
I don't
hosts.
count.
Not as a first comment. So that makes Wolfie my first comment. If anyone had commented before that, I don't see any comments, so
Yeah.
I apologize, but I see Wolfie. That's my first official comment. Then I also see Daniel Heron and Melissa
Daniel Heron
Harris.
knows it. We were just talking to him. He was over on his other stream there. Yeah. Hi.
And just scrolled up. Okay. I also see Big Al Presents. Hi, Big Al. Joshua V.
Did you say Melissa Harris?
Melissa Harris, Casey Scott.
We took all of Daniel Heron's audience. That's why he came over here.
And I'm going to drop a link to the movie again. And you guys should be able to see because I posted it way up in the stream underneath Troy. And I posted there. So let's see if it'll post again for me.
Yeah, believe it or not, all the trouble we've been having over the past week posting links and comments and stuff kind of looks like it was cleared up. So
can you guys see the link I just dropped?
I can.
Yep.
Yay! Woohoo!
Now, yeah.
And I hit thumbs up, Nanette. Okay.
Yay! Yeah, I have 10 thumbs up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I did too. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
You didn't ask me what I was sipping, Troy.
What are you sipping on? I asked you in the last. Oh no, you weren't there because
I wasn't there yet because I can only get there at 9. But I'm drinking eggnog, and it's
real eggnog.
It's the non-organic, non-low fat. It's Southern Comfort brand.
No. Oh, okay. So it's probably, is it non-dairy?
No, it's dairy. I hope it's dairy.
Mm.
Are they non-dairy, Southern Comfort?
Actually, I'm not sure because Southern Comfort, I mean, I guess that would be shelf stable because of the alcohol, right?
There's no alcohol in it though, so I don't know. It's in the dairy section.
What's the point of Southern Comfort if there's no alcohol?
I don't know. First you complain I'm drinking the
What's
organic.
wrong with you? You gotta learn to drink.
Okay,
First he's drinking the what do you call it? The hippie drink.
It was all they had. Eggnog
all
goes fast down here.
No chemicals and free range cows and stuff like that. And now when he's finally drinking normal stuff, yeah, but there's no booze in it. It's put out by Southern Comfort, but it's their no booze brand.
I need to explain to you how eggnog works in Florida. You go to the store and you're lucky if they have 1 or 2 cartons there because I guess the old folks like to purchase it. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. Okay,
so there's like a run on it, huh?
a certain somebody was going to be making me some eggnog, and we bought
Tomorrow
eggs
is Christmas Eve. I will make you fresh, natural, normal, eggnog with a little bit of, just tiny for flavor. And I think you'll like it.
No, you can leave the booze out. I don't like the booze in it. I never have.
Okay, I'll make it for me and you can try it.
Yeah,
You gotta at least try it.
Melissa Harris says she does see the link, so yay, whoo.
Do you mind if I answer Melissa Harris?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, if I am Southern or Northern. I am technically Northern. I'm a Yankee, or well, I don't know if I like
You're
that
a
term, but
misplaced Yankee. Is
I'm
what you are.
I'm from New Jersey. So, but then we moved when I was a teenager. But yeah, so I'm kind of a mix, maybe I should say. Yes.
Oh, Wolf 10 said that Senator visited his stream yesterday for the first time, and she got to hear his catchphrase.
Oh, cool.
Nice, nice. She
And he-
probably jumped in there because she knew she wasn't going to be able to be in any of the other streams for the rest of the week.
Yep. And he's going to be doing something for Christmas Eve tomorrow afternoon, I believe, too.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Cool.
We'll be talking about that because I actually forgot I got a stream tomorrow night.
Yes,
right.
I've had people asking me when it was, so I've made a point of telling them your channel, 9 p.m.
I'm telling
Central.
you, I would be completely lost without this woman. She's the keeper of the calendar and she is the keeper of the checkbook, and I am better off for it.
Well,
Yeah.
what's funny is because I haven't been working. It's like my days tend to run together, so it's like, what day of the week is this?
Yeah.
Am I doing something today? So, I mean, it makes it really hard when you're working a regular job, Monday through Friday, then you know what day of the week it is. But when you're not working and everything kind of runs together, you're like, it's Saturday? Is today Saturday? No, it's
Yeah.
Wednesday. Really? Today Wednesday? It feels like Saturday.
So I rely on Netter and Netter relies on Alexa.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'll be honest with you. And even this year, even though I was working, all the chaos, everything did kind of bleed together. Like we're driving around and I see a sign for, oh, it's a Friday fish fry, and I'm like, oh, that's good for Lent, and I realized, wait a minute, this is September. Although it dawned on me, wait a minute, we're not the spring anymore. This is like,
I have to ask an odd question to the audience. When I first started the stream, I was introducing my co-hosts, and I want to make sure that you guys could actually hear me introduce them. And you didn't just hear them, because I realized when I was trying to say something later on when they were chatting that my little icon wasn't making the little, hey, there's sound marks. So I wanted to make sure you guys could hear me at the very beginning.
I mean, they must have done if they're hearing you now because we heard you in StreamYard. Okay.
Well,
yeah, I heard
you guys
okay.
heard me, but I noticed that on my the wire on my headset that it was turned to off mic, so I don't know if the stream heard me.
Okay, fair enough.
So that's why I just wanted to make sure. So if somebody could say that, I guess Wolf 10, you were here first. So did you hear me introduce everybody, or did you just hear them talking and wonder where the heck is Nanette?
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, so Big Al says I was the first one you heard, and so Big Al, did you hear me introduce Troy and Age Boomer? So while he's typing and letting me know that, I'm going to remind everyone again that I have dropped the link for the Charlie Brown Christmas in the chat. It's in there twice, once at the very, very top, one somewhere in the middle. It's also listed if you go to under all of our icons where I'm talking about what the show is about. There's a link there as well. So I've got it in three
It's the
places.
link before she links to all the different channels in the community.
Okay, so Big Al says that he did hear me introduce you guys. So awesome. Okay.
Good.
Yeah, because my headset was just acting weird. I wonder if I accidentally turned it off when I jostled or something. So everyone get queued up. I've got mine queued up. How about you guys?
I'm all set.
I'm at 0-0. I see snow and ice and a little bush in the background.
0-0. I got black, but it should be fine.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. Yep. I'm 0-0. See a little bush, bunch of snow coming down. Okay. So we're going to do our usual 3, 2, 1 countdown. And once we do that, then we'll hit play. I was like kind of stalling to help let everyone get a chance to get there.
But you have the timing down pretty good. I mean, I tend to prattle on, and then it's like 20 minutes, 25 minutes after, hey, we better get this going. You're right at the 15-minute mark here. You're good.
What can I say? I learned from the best out there.
Professor Geek?
Yes. Professor Geek and Big Al keeping on track, and so I learned from those guys
that's right.
first.
Big Al's a stickler for being on time and not being late. That's true.
Now, one thing I am curious of is if y'all remember Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
Yes.
I had so many views on that just kept coming and coming and coming. I ended up with over 6,200 views on that.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
I was floored. So I'm curious to see how many views I get on this one, and see if it gets to about the same number. So, okay, I figure I stalled long enough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1, play, and then we can start. Okay.
Yep.
So 3, 2, 1, and play. So it should be snowing. You should be seeing a bush go by, a couple broken bare trees.
And of course, that beautiful Vince Guaraldi
Mhm.
piano.
And now they're all skating.
Yeah.
I believe this was the first Charlie Brown special, right?
It is the first. Yeah, exactly. Although this is obviously not the original. The original had the Coca-Cola label, at the beginning. And yeah, that was back when they were sponsored, and their sponsor was actually written into the cartoon, and they were like, if we're going to re-show this and we're going to have a different sponsor, we probably need to change that.
And yeah, makes sense. Like a Pepsi sponsoring that year.
Right, exactly. Well, but you remember, they actually went from Coca-Cola to Dolly Madison. Do you remember Dolly Madison?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't feel the way I'm supposed to. Well, have some butter rum.
I think a lot of people feel that way this year, though.
Oh, right, exactly.
I always wondered how Linus's blanket wasn't absolutely filthy from dragging it on the ground.
Oh, I'm sure he washes it every night.
No,
I
they
mean, he's
actually
not Pigpen.
yeah, there was a Charlie Brown comic strip where his parents were taking, or his mother was taking his blanket away from him to wash it, and he was like going through withdrawal, like biting his nails and sweating and shaking and everything until he got it back.
Oh, I think in that the Magic special, I think Snoopy does something bad to his blanket, and it's like a disaster, and he's not happy about that.
Yeah, I remember one where he's got like maybe a little corner of it left because it gets destroyed.
Since the last one, and you were talking about Boomer about all the different ones that I didn't even know about, I've been starting to collect them. I got the 2 Valentine specials. I got You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. I don't even remember what all. There's some others that I've got.
That was a feature, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Good Man, Charlie Brown, I think was one of the first, right?
Yeah.
There was that one and Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown. The first 2 I remember.
That's my favorite, Race for Your Life. A lot of repeated viewings on that when I was a child. Of course, when you were a kid, you're getting these specials. It's a big deal,
Yeah.
Like how often you get these animated specials? It's like,
and between Catholic school and the local library, they had special events where you could go and you'd see these, they'd bring them into the school, set them up in the colonnade room, and you'd be able to watch them on a Saturday.
Oh, neat.
Joshua said this is 55 years old. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it's been around that long.
Like, we're not getting some of our Peanut character mainstays. Like, that's Violet. One thing I find interesting, though, when new characters become popular, the older characters are still there in the background. They don't get rid of them, It's like they just keep adding on.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, that's... Look at Snoopy.
Yeah. And that one always bothered me, because I knew dogs don't actually eat the bones,
But they gnaw on them.
Right,
Okay,
exactly.
what is the name of the little girl staying next to Lucy in the orange there? I see in her a lot of these specials, and I don't know who she is.
Don't know.
I should know. It's funny because I got off in the library. They have all of the old Peanut strips in many, many volumes, and I got like the first volume, and all of his friends were completely different. They weren't like Schroeder or Lucy or Peppermint Patty. They were different characters, and I'm wondering if some of these that we're seeing that we don't recognize are some of them. Like
maybe
because like every decade, like more and more get added on to the mix.
I love this piece of music. This is a very wintry, jazzy, mellow piece.
I have the score to this on CD. It's
I
neat.
do too. Yeah.
In fact, you can get a vinyl record of it now, and it's green vinyl.
Oh, that's wild.
It's funny. Linus has that blanket. He takes it everywhere with him, and he's actually kind of badass at it. I mean, the way he turned on that snowball.
And he fights off a bear with it in Race for Your Life by
That's
snapping it like a
right.
whip.
That's
Oh, yeah.
right.
Telling you, he's totally badass with that
Mm-hmm.
blanket. Linus was always one of my favorite characters in this.
What about Lucy?
Lucy is obnoxious and reminds me of somebody that I don't like.
I gotta say though, I did admire her love of money. You know, when she talked about the sound of cold hard cash, that inspired me when I was young. That's why I'm such a conservative today. Her and Alex P. Keaton.
Well,
Oh,
you
yeah.
think that, she's earning this money that she's probably saving. Well, you think she's saving it and putting it away for, just saving it.
She was
that's
the
the way
first person
I
I
would
ever
think of
heard
it.
talk about compound interest. So
Yeah. And it's like, so she's being smart with her money. So she'll always be set because she's saving her money and she's investing it.
So I moved on from the butter rum, and I'm finishing off a hot cocoa I'd made for Netter, and this is good.
It is good.
I made it with real cream, so it's as creamy as you can get.
Yeah. The only thing is, I have a little bit of upset tummy, so the cream
So
was
it's too
bothering
heavy.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it was good. I drank about, I want to say maybe half of it before I was like, okay, I can't do anymore. But it was really yummy.
Between this year and being a grown-up, seeing this, I have to imagine that Charlie Brown grew up to be very depressed.
Joshua V said Lucy wasn't too mean in this special, surprisingly, compared to other specials and the other characters. Even Snoopy was more mean to Charlie Brown here than the other specials.
That's true. She
Yeah.
actually was more mellow. She was very confused about, like some of the other kids, the whole meaning of Christmas and stuff like that. But she seemed to have good intentions.
Oh, Big Al said that girl that I didn't know who she was, her name was Patty. I was thinking it might have been Patty, but then I was like, wait, am I confusing her with Peppermint Patty?
Peppermint Patty,
Different
yeah.
character. In
But
fact,
no, so I guess there are two Patties in this, and one of them's Peppermint and the other one's not.
yeah, because this is a 60s special. I don't think we see Peppermint Patty in any of the 60s specials. She's more of a 70s era character. Yeah.
Well, yeah, with the sandals and everything. She was kind of a hippie kid.
Yeah.
And she goes to another school too. That's another thing they always point out, that she doesn't go to Charlie Brown's school. Like she goes to like
I never noticed
neighboring
that.
town. Yeah.
Okay.
But then that means that Marcy goes to another school because she always sits behind her.
True.
Actually, you have a point. When they did the Peanuts movie, they were all in the same classroom. So maybe
Yes, they were, because they were all in
changed
the same.
that.
So maybe they transferred over.
Maybe, yeah. Because that's one of the things when you're growing up. Sometimes you live so close to another town that
Yeah.
you're on the margin, but you have friends that go to the other school.
Yep.
So
Yeah. And then sometimes they change, how they delineate and whatnot.
There's Sally. I don't have.
It's like, no, just do it. I expect you to. You're my big brother.
This reminds me of like when you were a kid and you're signed up for all these activities and you have homework and you start getting stressed out about things that you look back on now.
But that's what growing up's all about, right? You start to learn how to manage your time and how to balance it all. Heck, I remember my mother always talking about, look, I know you don't want to do your homework. Do it, get it done so that you can focus on something you prefer.
Oh
All I want is what I have coming to me.
My fair share.
Oh, these kids dancing is just iconic, right?
I keep wondering if the ones in the purple dress are twins,
Oh, they are. Yeah.
Okay. You got Snoopy playing the guitar.
They don't have a lot of faith in them.
Well, that's the thing. If no one has any faith in you, you're gonna be all wishy-washy,
But at the same time, I got the distinct impression that Lucy brings him in, not because she thought he'd be a good director, but she figured he'd be someone that could just fill the role and, do what he's told. Kind of like, politics.
Yeah, she really wants to run everything, and she's going to tell him what to do.
Exactly.
But what impresses me is that he actually knows stage directions.
Right.
It's like, I'm telling you, if I do this, this is what this means. If I do this, it means this. It's like, where did he pick this up? You know, he's a pretty smart kid.
Well, he reads.
Yeah, the book in the library might have, what you do as a director. It's like,
I heard that they still have libraries. I heard
yes, they
have
do.
gone away.
You might actually want to get a card. You'd be surprised at the many
I do have
services
one.
libraries
I'm
offer.
joking.
Anyway.
Okay, I got a question for Big Al because I'm sure he's going to know this. The two twin girls, what are their names?
Thing 1 and Thing 2. Sorry, wrong franchise.
Yeah, I didn't know who to pick for my avatar, and it was like I took someone from the Christmas special.
Why not?
And I picked Shermie.
Oh,
Well, Peppermint Patty isn't in this one. I always go with Peppermint Patty, but she's
Yeah.
not in the special. So
what's funny is that the girl in the green dress with the black hair was doing like karate moves.
Yeah. And the musical piece he was just playing is called Linus and Lucy.
Yeah. I told you because they were originally going to make a document. I saw this on one of the specials. They're going to make a documentary, and I think Vince Guaraldi he made the track and played it for him on the piano for Schultz over the phone. He's like, "This is great," but then they didn't end up making the documentary. But then, like, I don't know if it was a year later, they got the go ahead to do a special, and he calls up Vince Guaraldi. Do you still know that tune?
Yeah,
it's like
nice.
He was upset. He says we should have recorded it when he made it,
Right.
But he remembered the whole thing, so it was fine. Moo.
Because that's how a lot of jazz players are with music. They don't remember it, note for note. They remember what the inspiration was, and they just kind of, start playing it.
Oh, it's funny. I love this. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I'm gonna kiss you.
Whenever Snoopy interacts with her, he always figures out a way to get his germs on her. I think he was drinking out of a root beer or something. And it's like
get rid of this blanket and take this one instead.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that's his sister.
Yeah. It's the only time she has 5 fingers is when they got to do a close up of her counting her fingers.
Yeah. Well, she still has 5 right now.
Oh yeah, she does.
Well, now she's got 4.
Now she got 4. So does he.
I don't know. I'm seeing the thumbs. Hold on.
They come and go.
But if there's one Christmas shepherd that keeps his trusty blanket with him.
Yep.
Big Al says the twins are nameless and known as 3 and 4. Okay.
I love it. Set the mood. Linus and Lucy. Although what's ironic is that was considered cheeky at the time, but it has become so much a part of Christmas culture that it totally would be setting the mood.
Oh, Pigpen. There's too much dust. It's taking the curl out of my naturally curly hair.
Yeah.
There was a strip where Pigpen had actually taken a bath, and within like 5 seconds, he had that cloud around him again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just attracts it. No, not really. You got low self-esteem too.
And Linus's blanket is magic. It can, do all sorts of origami.
Yeah, there you go. Looks like one of the shepherds.
I still want to know what a baboo is. Because she's her sweet baboo. So what's a baboo?
It's a pet name. That's a good point. It's like,
okay. I used to think she was saying baboon. And I'm like, why is she calling him a baboon?
no, it's Baboo. I just
Yeah.
it's,
But
fact,
when
I
I
think-
was a kid, I thought she was saying baboon, like a monkey.
Yeah, I've never heard of a Christmas queen anywhere except in this. Well,
Oh no, you better answer right.
Well, considering you won't let him get a word in edgewise.
good grief.
Is that like what when a woman asks you if you like if you like her haircut?
Uh,
Do you remember that old commercial? Do you like my haircut? No, never mind.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Okay, it's like okay. Ooh,
I like Melissa Harris. Is Pigpen born dirty or is his dirtiness symbolic? That's a good question. I do not know.
just remind me when he tries to I guess be captain of the baseball team and things go wrong.
Yeah. It's
I mean,
a big
sure.
commercial racket. It's run by a big syndicate.
And Charlie Brown tries so hard. I always feel so bad for him when things don't work out.
I think Schultz actually made a point that he actually has good leadership skills, just no confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an excellent point.
And Pepper and Patty has the confidence, but bad leadership skills. That's what he was making a point between the two of them.
You know what? You're right. I never actually caught that. That's a good point.
Yeah, the behind the scenes people that kept saying that Pepper and Patty was actually she in many ways would be the complimentary woman to him if they got older. But
yeah.
Oh, look at all these trees. I wonder if this was a thing back in the 60s. They were making weird trees.
It was. And my grandmother had a tree like that. It was the weirdest darn thing. It was like it had an aluminum shell, and instead of like leaves on the outside, it had that what is that stuff that they have under the skirts that give it volume? That meshy stuff.
Oh, crinoline.
Yeah, crinoline, right. Or tulle, I guess.
That's my icon.
I like that. It doesn't fit the modern spirit. It's a tree. It's an actual tree.
And it's not plastic or weird colored.
That's probably more accurate to what would have been in the desert, right? Or the middle.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I don't think you'd have evergreens growing in the desert,
No,
but
no.
or in the Middle East.
Beethoven Christmas music.
Yeah, I mean, he did some of his best work after he went deaf. Actually, I have. There has been composer trading cards.
I bet somebody saw this special and says, we're going to change that. We're going to put them on a card.
I would have.
Well, it's funny. She says everyone talks about how great Beethoven was. Well, actually, Schroeder's the only one who ever talks about how great Beethoven was.
It's so bad. In the You're Not Elected, Charlie Brown, when he goes to introduce Linus, who's running for student body president, I'd like to talk about Linus. And then he says, but first, let's talk about Beethoven.
Yeah. Oh, come on. He's enjoying himself. Why would you be mad at someone who's dancing to the music you're playing?
They give Snoopy a hard time.
I know.
Can you play Jingle Bells?
On a toy piano.
I
We
love
should not
how
be
he
getting
gets,
sound.
a full grand sound out of a little toy piano.
Oh, man.
And an organ. That's a toy piano.
Yep.
That's it.
Oh, here he comes. Oh.
I'll bet he got it for cheap.
Or free.
No,
Oh,
they
this
charged him for the stand at least.
you thought peppermint patty was bad at Thanksgiving. Look at this. This is
Right?
I told you he'd goof it up.
Yeah, these people are so bad. They should, cancel this. This is just wrong. It's bullying, and
It doesn't. I know. I just. Oh, now they're laughing at him, right?
Yeah.
right.
Oh, Snoopy's laughing too. I'm sorry.
Peer
Yeah,
pressure.
when your dog is laughing at you.
Snoopy
It was peer
acts like-
pressure. Lucy started it. The other people joined in so they would be part of the group.
But
and
look,
then
this is the big setup, though.
yeah. This is such a great scene right here.
Right?
Here we go.
Right?
And it's the only time he lets go of his blanket.
You just dropped it.
Yep.
It's like you get caught up in all this other stuff, and you realize, well, no, this is what Christmas is all about. You know,
Yeah,
This is-
Exactly. Like that. So don't sweat it.
Okay. How old is Linus? So he still sucks his thumb.
I get the impression he's pretty young.
yeah.
He's younger than Lucy, and Lucy's
I think
probably
Sally's age, right?
Yeah, probably about Sally's age. He's probably just a prodigy because he sounds so smart. Although I'm not sure why he had to bring it all the way out here.
Well, I don't know.
So you can see the stars.
The stars.
And it
Yeah.
has to be relatively near to the doghouse.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that-
We were supposed to be able to see the Star of Bethlehem over the last 2 days, and I missed it both days. It was supposed to be saying.
I'll be honest. I went outside to look, and maybe I just couldn't see it. But it's like I was kind of keeping an eye out for it. But granted, I'm not an astronomer, so I don't.
It was like the 21st and the 22nd. You're supposed to have been able to see it.
First time in 800 years or something. Is that what they said?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Now, see, I get the whole shtick about commercialism and stuff, but at least be happy for him,
He
Sure.
is.
Well, he just doesn't care, but it's like, yay, congratulations. My dog won first place. How cool.
Here's an ornament for the tree.
I killed it.
Oh my god!
Well, you also stole from your dog. That's kind of mean. Of course, they're going to do the same thing, so. I always felt like maybe putting the thing around the bottom, like kind of propped it a little bit, because otherwise, why would it,
And suddenly it becomes a very full tree.
There you go.
I do think it's not literal. I think you're supposed to be seeing it from the point of view of, well, that's out of order.
Yeah, that is.
Hark the herald angels sing.
Yeah, they have the scene out of order.
Yeah. Well, okay, we'll get to see him put the tree together twice, I suppose.
Oh, I have my Blu-ray copy.
Yeah, you're going off the Blu-ray. We're working off the copy that we shared with
Oh,
everyone.
I see.
Yeah, the part where he stopped with all the stars and all that, they showed it twice.
Oh, I see.
And
Yeah.
now he's putting the tree down and taking the
Ornament
bulb
and
off
putting
of,
it
yeah, the
back
ornament
on.
off of the
Oh, gotcha.
doghouse.
And I see what happened there. It's because of the commercial break, and they accidentally put the segment in twice.
Oh, I see.
What do you want for free? We're lucky that somebody was sharing it so that we had it.
Yeah, well, I think this one did air on PBS, and I remember that was a whole big thing. People got mad because
they didn't put it on their streaming service, and nobody's
yeah,
watching it over the air anymore.
I mean,
And here you have Linus giving up his blanket for this tree.
yes,
Well, he's not giving it up. He's just kind of lending it briefly.
Right. But I mean,
Yeah.
because he sees the tree needs it more.
And I love the popcorn garland on there. It's
you ever
left
make-
over from Thanksgiving.
Now they're singing.
Now they're singing. Ooh. They're howling. They're doing the Wolf 10 media call.
It's one thing I loved in the Peanuts movie, because it takes place over the course actually of a few months, so you get to see Christmas time. And there's a scene where they're doing the Christmas time is here, and you see the kids singing the song like as a brief scene. It's neat.
Melissa Harris says, "Where's Franklin?" I don't think Franklin showed up until later.
Yeah, I don't know if
later.
I don't know if he had been in the comics yet, but like I said, he does show up in the Thanksgiving special.
Yeah, and I know you think Thanksgiving before Christmas, but keep in mind, Thanksgiving special didn't come till years later.
Yeah. Cool.
Original score composed and conducted by Vince Guaraldi. Yeah, he was a genius. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he cemented the idea of jazz as being part of Christmas for me,
Definitely. I don't think Charlie Brown would be the same without his scores, actually. They're
Vince Guaraldi is to the Peanuts what John Williams is to Star Wars, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, so
or Monty Norman to James Bond. Yeah.
That was our Charlie Brown Christmas rewatch. What did you guys think? I hope you all enjoyed it.
Was sweet. I got a little misty at the telling of the nativity. That was pretty good.
I mean, I can only imagine, especially even kids. I imagine everybody kept quiet during that. It's like you're supposed to like be paying attention when he tells that story.
Franklin was created in 1968, according to Big Al.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure when the special aired, but yeah, it was he might have been relatively new before they even knew what to do with him yet.
And
well, he's also the only black character in the Peanuts.
Yeah.
I think you're right. You're absolutely right. But yeah, I mean it, and I think it was always nice to have that grounding element for the kids. For me growing up, I can say for sure, because there was a lot of fun that came from the commercial aspects of Christmas. I loved looking forward to the gifts, the whole Santa Claus concept. Some of the toys were just a big part of what Christmas was to me. Those Migos and the Star Wars toys, $6 Million Man,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, those 70s toys were, Christmas to me. We had this goofy fold up cardboard mantle that we would hang the stockings from, these fake fur, red fur,
I still have that cardboard mantle. It's downstairs.
Yeah. And I remember all the different because you'd use the same specific decorations every year. This big Santa Claus head that hung on the living room wall, that was pretty beat up by the time I grew up and moved out. But those are some awesome memories. But were they the important parts of Christmas? Not at all. Not really. I mean, because really the best parts of Christmas were mom and grandma cooking, grandpa coming to visit, you know,
Yeah.
spending those months with people that now aren't with us anymore, you know.
Yeah.
I wasn't joking when I said the only thing I really need at Christmas is Netter. I mean, everything else is just window dressing, kind of literally.
Yeah.
We literally just got a new string of lights to put around the window. But
Yeah, the one that we had up for a couple of years, I guess the electric went on it or something because it's like it just stopped working right in the middle, of us having it on. I'm like, okay, well we've had this up for about 5 years. Time to replace it.
I even got was it last year or the year before we got one of those mistletoe, the fake mistletoe to hang up. I don't think I've ever hung it up. I got it because I thought it would be cute and nice, but I'm like, don't really need it. I can kiss her anytime I want.
Yep. Okay, this is funny. I just got the notification that my stream is going to be starting tonight. It's
Oh,
kind of
that's funny.
it's kind of
Congratulations.
over on YouTube. But yeah, YouTube is that behind in giving, I guess, notifications. And I also have a new subscriber. Daniel Heron has subscribed to my channel as, I guess,
Well,
himself.
thank you, Daniel Heron. Yeah, I've noticed that. Boomer and I were talking about that too. It's like we assume that we're subscribing to certain people. It's like, oh, I'm not subscribed to that person. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not subscribed to that person.
Exactly.
So if you go and you look underneath where it says Netters Network, you'll see a whole list of links there. Make sure you go subscribe to Professor Geek, the Catholic Bible Geek, Big Al, Sound Engraver, me, Agent Boomer,
And me.
and me, Ted Media, Green Lion Girl, Soundtracks with Birdman. That's Daniel Heron, Mr. Matchstick, and a Facebook group for you to share when you have a channel that you want us to subscribe to.
And if you think that you're subscribed to someone already, go and double check. I just found out that I was unsubscribed from Troy and had to resubscribe to his channel.
Yeah, she was never subscribed to me. She doesn't like me. She's like, I hear you all the time in real life. I don't need to subscribe. No, seriously, I mean, and check out the content on everybody's channels. You hear the streams, you hear us talking on each other's streams. Maybe there's something there that you hadn't heard that you might like. You never know.
And I promise I will be getting some more content up on my stream. I just have to figure out how to edit. Now that I actually have an editing program, I can go through everything that I've actually recorded and try and make it somewhat
and a functional
viewable.
computer and a good internet connection. We're doing pretty well in that regard.
Oh, yeah, this is great. So we've been having some internet issues where it would just randomly tell us that we didn't have internet when we knew we did. And we'd have to keep refreshing before it goes, oh, yeah, you want to be on the internet? Okay, yeah, you're on the internet now. So we called Comcast because it's like, okay, it's got to be something on your end because everything on our end seems to be working just fine. The guy comes out, he goes, oh, yeah, your cable wire, it's been kind of chewed up by the squirrels. In fact, yours and your neighbors and the next guy down, yeah, all got teeth marks all through the poles and the wires and everything. He goes, I'm going to switch the wire out. And so he does that, and then he goes, well, let me take a look at your modem and your what's the other thing he called, honey? The modem and the
router.
And let me see, make sure everything's working well there. And he goes, oh, yeah, your router's kind of old. You might want to update that. And he gave us an idea of what we could update it to. So we talked to an IT buddy of ours. He goes, yeah, get this one. He gives us a link. So I buy the thing. Comes like the next day. He comes over last night, installs the thing for us, and all of a sudden, we've got internet out the wazoo.
I swear, I go to those like online check your internet speed things, and it was so slow. I was like, they're those SOBs, they're throttling my speed. We're paying for this service and we're not getting it. Blah 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 blah. We get this new router, and I check it, and it goes all the way to the top. I'm like, I guess it was my fault. I needed to update my router.
Yeah, I mean, we were barely getting like 60, 70 megabytes per second download and like less than 10 upload. I'm like, I know I'm paying for more than this, so what the heck is going on here?
Yeah,
Actually, no. It was less than 20.
Yeah.
It was less than
Well,
20. It was like,
at the slow points, it was like less than 20. It got up to like 60. I'm like, this is so slow. And it's just, stalling out on us. We get the new one in up to
okay.
210. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I
So,
just ran the speed test right now. It's still going. I'm over 170 right now. So my top speed was 167.1 download. And my upload's a little bit lower. It's now at 11.
yeah, you're not going to see
11.1.
it get
Yeah.
more than about 10 or 11 upload.
Well,
But
that is so much faster than it had been.
anything over 150, I'm happy with. I get over 200 because I'm plugged in directly to it.
Oh, good night, Melissa.
Yeah, take care. Merry Christmas to you and to Jake. Okay, take care. But yeah, anyway, just sharing about this little thing
Yeah,
that
so
I was all excited
we're
about.
totally set up now for just about anything. So yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know there was a $6 million man Christmas episode, Troy?
I did know that. Yes. Yes. In fact, there was also a joke one about Lee Majors. What was that in? It was, I think,
It was in Scrooged.
Yeah. The whole idea of Lee Majors Saves Christmas, and yeah. I always wanted that. That would have been great.
Wolftown wants to know what network we use. So do you mean what cable company? That would be Comcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we use Comcast. We've actually tried different services. We've done WoW, we've done Dish, or DirecTV rather. We've tried a bunch of different ones, and Comcast had the best deal for us for the speed that we wanted as well. So I
and now that I know that they're actually providing it and not throttling our bandwidth, I kind of feel bad for accusing them. But,
yeah, we thought that they were holding back our internet because I had read somewhere that they do that occasionally because it's just something they do. But no, apparently it was just our router was really ancient.
Our fault. I've learned. But what was I? Oh yeah. So what do we got going? We got I think that's it for tonight, right? But tomorrow night over on
oh wait a minute. For tonight we did have Green Lion Girl on, and she did a fantastic stream with her hitman, and it was so much fun to watch. At one point,
as much of that as I could.
There was one point where the guy is the hitman is strangling somebody, and the guy actually says, you're some sort of strangler. That's not right.
Oh, that's funny.
It was hilarious to watch.
Well, I like the bit where someone goes to check him to see what he's carrying, and he's got what, like a rubber ducky and a
fish.
And a fish. And I'm like, yeah, but Hitman can really F somebody up with those.
And then Troy, you were on whose stream were you on tonight?
Daniel Herron's
on right?
Birdman, yeah.
So go back and watch those streams. I only popped into Daniel Herron's for a couple of minutes just to say hi and give a thumbs up. But they sound like they would have a real fun time there. So go check those both out. Later on.
As soon as me and Al got in there, we kind of took over it with our Mandalorian talk, but it's still pretty good.
Okay, so then tomorrow we have
there's something going. Isn't Daniel doing something tomorw, Boomer?
No, I don't think so. I think Wolften's doing
Wolf
something in the afternoon. He's let me look up the stream. Hold on.
Somebody's doing something on Christmas Eve besides me, because
hold on. Let me find out. He's always good about posting that stuff too. Let me
yeah. I as long as we'll get to them in a second, but I am doing my Little Drummer Boy rewatch tomorrow night, 9 Central, 10 Eastern.
On his channel. On the Troy Pacelli channel, not the Carton channel.
Over on my Pacelli channel. Yeah, exactly. And I'm seriously planning to do a live reading of my favorite Christmas childhood story. At least that's what I'm thinking about doing. If there's enough interest tomorrow after we do the rewatch of the Rankin and Bass Little Drummer Boy.
Wolfton says Christmas Eve fun stream.
Right.
What time will that be, Wolfie?
Yeah, what time you streaming at, Wolfie? So I can tell people when to be there.
Good night, Jedi Master Zetopia. I'm just great hanging out with you.
Master. May the Force be with you, and Merry Christmas. Wolf 10, usual for you, not like.
Okay, 2
Oh, here
p.m.
we go.
Eastern time.
Okay.
2:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Technically, that's evening time. So yeah.
I got it. Yeah, I got it up on the tube. Hold on. Yeah, I think
Okay,
that's what it is. Yep.
1:30.
5 and 16 hours. Mhm.
so that's Thursday. So then Friday is actually Christmas. So I don't think anyone's doing anything on Christmas Day. We're all just going to be with our families and having a great old time.
That I'm aware of. Yeah.
Okay. And then Saturday, Big Al is doing, oh, I'm drawing a blank, and he had told us about it too. Let's see if I can figure it out really quick.
I remember
Okay,
Tell
what
us.
is it?
Monty Python. and
Monty
the Holy
Python,
Grail.
right.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail, right?
Mhm.
Just
Holy
so
hand
fast.
grenade, right? Exactly. And the holy hand grenade.
And that'll be on Big Al's channel at 9 Central, 10 Eastern.
Right.
Oh, we're just getting used to saying, Professor Geek Standard Time because
Yeah.
What is the oh, never mind. I was going to say what is the something velocity of a unladen swallow? Never mind. It's been too long since I've seen the movie.
Yeah.
well, and Wolf 10 says he has nothing planned for next week.
Okay.
And then on Sunday, there's those two guys that just get into it on everything.
Yes.
So 8 Central, 9 Eastern. We got Study Hall with Aged Boomer and some bald schmo.
Yeah, we were trying to come up with a title. I was like, two geeks going at it, and Troy said no.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Yeah, that's probably not a great
Two
idea.
geeks. I actually kind of like that.
Well,
Two
well,
geeks, I
that'll
can
be
do.
another stream, I'm sure, at some point. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll be talking about we thought we weren't going to have any news. We thought
There's
there'd be
news.
nothing to talk about. There's plenty of news. There's been a lot of interesting stuff happening. So
Yeah, we're going to be talking about what they got for Christmas.
I might do
actually that might happen. That might end up happening. I don't know what I'm getting. Well, I know about the Chucky doll. Other than that, I don't know what I got.
I love that movie.
I'm old enough that, even when I know what I'm getting for Christmas, I might forget. So we'll see. I don't know. It'll be, but you know what? I'm at the point too where even if I know what I'm getting, I'm still excited about it. So yeah, there's that. And then I don't know if we're if everything's getting going as per the usual, but I know that usually Monday night is something on Sound Engraver. Tuesday night we got something over on the Bible Geek channel. We got Wolf 10 Media on Tuesday. Usually has something going on.
Green Lion Girl is usually on Wednesdays.
Wednesday night with Green Lion Girl.
Her gaming streams are so much fun to watch, guys. So if you haven't checked them out, go make sure you check those out.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't usually go because I'm down your hair, but I remember when she was doing the horror one. And,
I'll tell you what, guys, go check her channel out because the non-live stuff that she puts out, very insightful. She talked about, I think it was like the 10 games coming out in 2021 she's looking forward to.
Oh, okay.
And I hadn't heard of 8 of them.
I'll check it out.
Interesting, because and what else? The soundtrack with Birdman on Wednesday, and
doing Batman Returns. Hopefully, we're hoping the professor might be showing up for that one too. So there we go. And I'm trying to think Thursday. Anything Thursday?
That following Thursday, which would be New Year's Eve. Yeah, I'm planning to do a New Year's Eve watch of It's a Wonderful Life. Yep, that's what I'm planning. And I think we've actually gone a little over a week in our breakdown, but that's okay. Yeah. That's what we got coming up in the next week and day or so. Yeah.
So everyone can, mark their calendars and make sure that they're getting ready to watch everybody.
Check out the Facebook groups, keep touch, keep track, and hey, hit the notification bells on those channels so you know when we go live, just in case you forget. Okay.
Absolutely. And as usual, I always want to thank you guys for joining us. And it was really fun hanging out with everybody. Everyone's in the chat, just hearing the interesting comments and that sort of thing, and trivia that come up, things that I didn't know. And like I always say, at any time that I I'm ending a show is make sure that you go to everyone's stream or everyone's channel, subscribe to them, give them a like, a thumbs up, drop a comment on their videos. It helps all the
Crazy how
algorithms.
it is when you log on and you see a little red one up in the upper right hand corner, and hey, somebody subscribed to my channel. And sometimes it's
Absolutely.
someone you know, and sometimes it's someone you never heard of, but it's still super, super encouraging.
Yeah, and the whole point is for us to build each other up and help our channels to grow. Because I know there's a bunch of us out there that are new, and let's see what we can do to just really boost each other up and help our channels to grow. Troy, Age Boomer, do you have anything else you want to say?
No, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for just this whole year. It's really been great hanging out with all of you guys. Just want to wish, in case I don't see you online in the next 48 hours or so, I wish you all a Merry Christmas.
And I echo that. Merry Christmas to everyone. And in case we don't talk to you, also have a Happy New Year.
Yep.
Make sure you stay safe, spend time with your families if you can. If nothing else, give them a call, tell them you love them. There's been so much tragedy this year with family members passing. Don't wait until it's too late. Make sure that you tell them how you feel about them now. If you can, give them a big hug. Because like my mom passed recently, I'll never be able to hug her again. So
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Appreciate everyone you have while you have them, and just remember that if you're people of faith, you'll see them again. All right.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So Merry Christmas. I really appreciate you guys. Until next time. Bye.
Take care, y'all.